did a dance for 2 months, and then we actually had an opportunity to like hang, to like sit down and have a moment together. And
when you mean you did a dance, you mean she was blocked off a little bit. That was like
both of us.
Yeah,
both of us were playing the game.
I don't know.
But
I see
both
that
of us, and the reality of it is we both were tired of the game, so we weren't playing games anymore.
We were attempting to make a real connection. And
it took us a minute because we were thinking at our age, at that time in life, nobody else is willing to go there and be real. And I'm not saying it was easy. We're 22 years into this thing. And now it has gotten fairly easy. But marriage is not dead.
No, I don't think marriage is dead.
Not at all, man.
Marriage is different for each couple, and I think what you make of it or what you're looking for. See, babies in the background. Nice. So some people want to marry because they want children and they want a life to share with somebody and have babies. For both James and myself, we had like a less traditional outlook on love and life and what we wanted for our future.
Don't bring up the polygamy thing, baby.
Polygamy? Hold on. Polygamy?
He's lying. More traditional in that way than you'd expect. But I definitely... both of us came from broken, marriage parents. So I don't think either of us thought we would be the first people to get married out of all of our friends. I don't think either of us were looking for someone to marry. We weren't. That marriage wasn't even on the table. We were just looking for a real friend that we could spend our days and nights with. Somebody who wanted to do the same things that we wanted to do, but together. And we had both, enjoyed a long time of having, a lot of boyfriends and freedom and girlfriends and freedom and not wanting to settle down. But we both were ready at the same time. So timing is one thing. Intention was another. Both of our intentions were aligned. And no, both of our lives weren't in the same place. So people always say, well, it helps if we're in two different places. No, our lives weren't in the exact same place. I was in the middle of college, and he had a few credits under his belt. He was actually living and working for survival, and I was still living under my dad's thumb. So yeah, we were in different places, and we were pursuing different things, but we enjoyed each other's company. And I said to him, like one of the first nights we hung out, look, I don't know if I want you to be my boyfriend. I don't know what I want. I just know that I don't want
games.
I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to just hook up with you and then never see you again. I don't want anything that's not understood for both of us. And I'm telling you right now, I totally get it if that's what you want.
Right.
Cool. Go for that. And you're younger than me. At the time, I didn't know how much younger, but he was younger than me by 3 years, and I thought that he was like at the same age. But whatever. He had to get his woman somehow. Tell me he was the same age. So I said, look, that's if you're into that, that's cool. Go ahead, but go, because I don't want that. So please don't do that to me. Don't say you're here because you're interested in me, but you really just want something else.
Right.
And he didn't leave, and I was like, uh-oh. He's still here, because now what do I? It was more like it was like yay, but also what do I do now? He's staying, he stayed. He didn't walk out. He didn't say, okay, well that's cool, or he didn't come at me with a line or of bullshit, because I would have seen that coming from a mile. I'd been there, done that, wrote the book, friend. You know what I mean? So he was like, and I said, I don't know if it's you that I'm not saying that you're the one of my future. I'm not saying that I'm in love with you. I'm not saying any of that, because I'd only know you a few days, but I know that that's what I'm looking for. Right. So if you are also looking for that, then maybe we're on the same page enough. But our backgrounds are very different, even though both of our parents had been divorced, his family several times. Mine just once, but we had a very different background growing up, so it's not like we recognized each other's lifestyles and backgrounds and religions and everything aligned. No, so many things didn't align, but it didn't matter. Like that's not. We didn't have a checklist of, are you the right background for my dad? Are you the right? You know what I mean?
All this started though.
But we were young.
All right, tell us how.
We were at the club.
Give us the real deal, baby.
We were at the club.
It's the real deal.
That girl had a cat in the hat on.
Oh,
I was a club boy, and I was like, that girl can step.
Oh.
I stepped to it.
Super embarrassing.
She slapped me down, and then I was in pursuit. That's pretty much the
So
deal.
it started as the original game.
Yeah.
So don't think you can't meet your wife or husband at a bar because you can on the dance floor.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll we'll go in a circle.
Okay.
Armand and Dan, y'all in a digital circle. So I think that marriage, the concept of marriage,
So he went into our story.
I think it is dead.
Oh.
What?
Today. But that doesn't mean that folks aren't alive.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that it's a lot of people sleep, and I think the concept of marriage, even on high levels, man, even like Hollywood A-listers,
Mm-hmm.
like the business perspective is really like a hindrance to how you function. And even if I'll take it another step down. Even if even if you're just like a man and you make more money than your wife, right? You might not consider marriage as a good investment for you. Or even if you're a woman who, like you just said earlier, who's looking to check boxes. Like, you can't check boxes in a relationship.
It's not a resume.
It's not a resume. It's not a job. So the way people are seeking out relationships, I believe it's killing the concept of marriage.
I see.
So
I see what you mean.
it's an underneath thing to what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
People are the
So
way
they're
people
pushing it as a business model?
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a resume. It's like a job.
That's online dating.
Yeah, people are looking for the way they're looking for partners is horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you meet A, B, and C criteria,
Right.
but like who are you as a human being
Exactly.
is absolutely absent.
Exactly. Like it's not there. Like I literally.
Like, is that how online dating works?
Listen, I don't do online dating because I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I won't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was talking to my mom Tuesday night, and my mom was just talking to me about how her and my father got married.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about like couples in our family and this cousin Joe and Flo and oh yeah, their marriage is real messed up. Shotgun wedding, oh yeah. And she was like, oh yeah, we had a shotgun wedding too. I was like, what? How? And she was like, well, I got pregnant and we figured
Better get married.
Better
So
get
guy gets
married.
out a shotgun.
yeah, right. And that's the definition of a shotgun wedding. But she was like, your father wanted to marry me. He was like, oh man, well, it wasn't like shit, you pregnant. Fuck.
Well,
It was like, all right, now I got to do something.
that speaks to a little bit, yeah.
But he wanted to take the step. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they did that.
So you think America is dead a little bit because of both the criteria of what a person thinks a good partner would be.
Absolutely, because
And
I'm gonna pause you real quick. So they got married in 1984, right?
shit,
Had
that
it
was
be
just yesterday. Were you kidding me? I thought we were talking old timey stuff here. Like what?
Prince was still ruling. 1984 they got married. Had it been right now, so the social push would be like, why get married? And my dad was like, no. And even my grandfather said, you better marry her.
Good on your grandfather.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
better marry her. And that's why I say today the concept is gone, because you don't have those people in pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And in addition to what I just said, how people are looking for couples. But I'm gonna let Dan Chris still got to go, and Armand got to go. So I'm gonna let all them go.
Who's gonna go first?
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Okay. So I believe
y'all
that.
still with us?
Dan.
I'm here.
All right.
I'm here.
All right.
All right, so I kind of agree with Brandon. Like the concept of marriage is dead because at this time, and not for everyone, because some people still want to be married, but at this time, this generation is like it's the generation of the hookup. It's not to have something that is long lasting or whatever. It's just to go from like a conquest. Like you go from this one to that one, from this one. Now side chicks are being like glorified. You have people who don't even respect marriages. Like someone's married and you're messing with their husband and that person is not being told like that's wrong or anything like that. Like it's kind of like it's okay these days and it's not. And I feel like people are going into things wrong. They're not going into things as relationships. It's like situationships. You start talking to someone, you may have sex, and then, like you said, the shotgun went in. You may have a kid or something, and it was never a relationship that should have even happened. And now you're a single mom, a dad that has kids, whatever, and then you're just carrying this baggage from relationship to relationship, and people aren't even thinking about being married. It's like almost
It's
like
not even a goal.
when you have a baby, it's like, oh, your life is over. Even though it's the greatest blessing ever. You get married, oh, your life is over. Even though, again, it's the greatest blessing ever. But in this generation, it's said to be, your life is over if you do X, Y, and Z. It's not something that is a blessing anymore. It's not something that's respected anymore. So it's like everybody out here is just, and then everyone's crazy about money and chasing money. You got men leaving their families because they're out in the streets trying to get money and trying to, then you have the welfare system. Your household, you may live with your woman, the person you have kids with. You may want to be married, but you may not can afford to be married because you need those food stamps to take care of your family. And if you get married and y'all combine together, you're not going to get the help that you need.
The government doesn't support marriage.
So it's a lot into it that plays the part of people becoming married. Like it's not just as, okay, well, I like you. And for one, congratulations that you guys have been together for that long. Because people hurry up, rush, get married. They're only together for 2 years. Because it was a relationship that should have never happened. You didn't even take the time to really get to know that person and to see if that was really what you wanted. Or as a woman, a single black woman, it's like the rush to get married or the pressure to be married. You just attach yourself to anybody that sells you a drink. And then, oh, you're married and it's not even a happy relationship. You're painting a picture that's not even real. Mm-hmm. So, like, I do believe the concept is dead for the majority, but there's still some people out there that respect and see marriage as a blessing and that will want to do that and do it respectfully and then traditionally the way that it's supposed to be. But I don't think that a lot of people follow that anymore.
So,
go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Well, I can't. When what you said, Brandon, kind of like opened my eyes and looked at it in a different perspective. I was going to say that marriage is not dead, but I can say the concept of marriage and the traditional reasons of being or getting married is gone. It's more of a business plan, like y'all said before. So marriage is dead. Because you're not marrying somebody because you love them. You marry them because maybe they have not maybe, because they have a job. Because you're not marrying no bum. So
Bobby did not have a job in the marriage.
He married a bum. No, you're not a bum.
I'm just telling you what it is now. What it is, you're not marrying no bum. You're not marrying somebody that don't have no job.
Yeah, the bums get married, brother.
Hey,
the bums I see don't got no rings.
Huh?
The bums I see don't got no rings on.
Yeah, it's not a.
Well, they do. They trying to sell them, so you know.
You gotta have a car.